She was a teacher, had been teaching for a number of years. What I didn't know is that she was totally burned out. Did not enjoy working as a teacher anymore. Out of the blue, we got a phone call. I'll fill you in my story a little bit, but this is the only time that Yvette gets to speak first. Usually she speaks and she gets the last word. So in this case, I'm speaking for her. We went to a presentation. I actually dragged her along. I got an invitation and I was very mean to the person that invited me. I said, I'm not interested. I have no time. All the money is invested in my businesses. I'm not interested. She said, just put 20, my brother said, put 20 people in a room, 20 business people, and you're one of them. I went, okay. And I dragged Yvette along. Fortunately for us, she paid attention to the presentation. My mind was halfway around the world in Hong Kong and in Asia where my businesses were. And she nudged me and said, I want to do this. Tell me if you think it's any good. And so I paid attention to the last two parts. And at the end she said, what do you think? And I said, I don't know if these products are any good. I was a soap and a rope kind of guy. Didn't have a clue about how much money women would spend on them. And he says, so 24 years ago, I said to her, go for it. And she said, I'll do this if you help me. And that's a brilliant, to me, that was a brilliant start. Because I said, I'll help you to the best of my ability with as much possible time as I have, because I can see what it might do. And so that's how we got started. My background was traditional corporate America. I worked for Dunn Company as a senior executive. The business it was wonderful in that they paid me a lot of money and I had a lot of respect, but I disliked it intensely because I was told year after year to fire people. And I couldn't cope with that. It was just something that I couldn't live with, so I left, started my own businesses, and that was the stage that I was at when we got that phone call. I look back now, 24 years later, well, 23 and a bit, 24 and a couple months, and I think, if that hadn't happened, I don't know what my life would have been like right now. Those businesses that I was in, that we opened up in businesses in China and Japan and Taiwan, I know right now that they would be disasters. What we have right now is something beyond my wildest dreams. I get very emotional about this. I didn't have, because of the work that I was doing, I never had any time with my kids. In January, 12 of us, my two boys, their wives, and all the grandchildren, we took them on a trip. It was the trip of a lifetime, paid for everything, and we had an enormously fun time. And that, to me, is what this business has given to us.
Ken, I want to make one more point, and it's this. Today you have a very large team in Asia that has sponsored back into Canada and literally now around the world, markets around the world. But it really started with one person.
It did.
And so you have an organization of, I mean, do you even have a gauge on the size of the team?
I have no idea anymore.
But it's tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, I'll go into the Toronto office and there'll be 40 or 50 people. I don't know who they are, and they say, we're in your downline, because it's... When we first got into the business, one of the training sessions was ping pong, and I think that was mentioned by Nathan last night. And so the business, I introduced a woman, almost didn't ask her. This is the thing that... I almost didn't ask her because she was too successful. She met me in a gold Rolls Royce. She owned big businesses and everything. And I said, oh, she'll never do this. This one woman has built an enormous organization around the world, and that I run into people in the United States and in Canada and in Poland and all the world that have been brought in because of that one person.
So write this in your notes. You are one stud away from a surge in your business. Now, it might be a studette, right? But you are one person away from the next surge of your business, which then gives you the initiative to build wide, to take maximum advantage of this compensation plan, to build the Blue Diamond. Kevin and Yvette were Blue Diamonds for years, and then decided to go for one more goal, and that was Team Elite, and made the trip and went to Paris, and we kind of hugged in
That was
Paris.
fun, wasn't it?
It was an awful lot of fun, and you were there, and we were sharing some of the data from the most recent LTO in Asia, and what it had done to explode your business and to keep you in this game.
That's where we learned the power. I really didn't understand LTO strength. And it was what was happening in Asia that finally got me to say, my God, there's something really, really powerful here that we've got to do. And if we're going to get to the billion, and I said last night, why stop at a billion? But if we get to billion, it's because we understand the system that we have with OTG and this unbelievable gift that the company's given us of the LTO and this parade of product, one after another after another. It's unbelievable.
Fantastic. Let's give this panel a hand. Isn't they awesome?